Her mid-century business on Capitol Hill was a store of its dime. Funny what we recall from our younger years. Once, when we visited my grandparents in West Seattle, my mom took me to N&N Variety in the Admiral Junction. Its seemingly endless counters held innumerable tiny treasures, including toy figures, and my fidgety fingers fished one into my pocket. Outside, my mom found out, of course. She admonished me to return the item and confess to what I trust was my only instance of childhood shoplifting. But the incident did not dim my enthusiasm for the shop. In fact, we all, of a certain age, hold great affection for what were called dime stores, or the five and dime. The term took off in 1879 with Woolworths, whose successful venture in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, eventually spawned a slew of chain and single-owner shops selling sundries at paltry prices, from yarn, shoestrings, mugs, and other housewares, to pencils, ornaments, greeting cards, and jigsaw puzzles. They stocked the proverbial little bit of everything and became fixtures in nearly every mid-century neighborhood and town. On Seattle's Capitol Hill, the storefront at 422 15th Avenue East housed a 5-cent to $1 store starting in 1941. Buying the business in 1955 were Jim and Beverly Berto of Bothell, who renamed it the Capitol Hill 10-cent store. Jim soon returned to commercial fishing, ceding the business to Bev. After a couple of years of helping little old ladies select hairnets and measuring out satin ribbon by the inch, he gave up and told me I could run it myself, Bev told the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. The interview with Bev ran in April 1973, 3 months after Jim's death, when the shop lost its lease for expansion of next-door supermarket property. Therein, Bev lamented the impending loss of her everyday impact. Many customers think of a visit to the store as their afternoon's entertainment, she said. They were all very distressed to find I was closing. One little lady snapped, "We wouldn't have let them close you down if we had known. We would have signed a petition or something." Today, Bev's grandchildren fondly remember the store and its proprietor. Everybody on Capitol Hill would come in there, from kids to seniors, and mostly mosey along and browse, says Jim Berto of Whidbey Island. Grandma was a gentle, quiet person, and she liked people, says family historian Bev Schmer of Bothell. She was a perfectionist. She wanted to do it just right. She was very patriotic, very family. She was just a jewel. The headline for the PI story incorporated irresistible wordplay. Store will close for last dime. That's a priceless pun worth stealing. In our first then photo, flanked by a beauty salon left and a barbershop, the Capitol Hill 10-cent store's window display beckons on March 8, 1956, 1 year after the Bertos of Bothell bought the business. Toothpaste, lampshades, and greeting cards for St. Patrick's Day and Easter are advertised in the windows. In our next then photo, Bev Berto greets customers in her shop in a photo published April 20th, 1973, after the store lost its lease. In our next then photo, window signs announce a final sale at the Capitol Hill 10-cent store. In our final then photo, in an undated image, Bev Berto holds up a namesake dime at her Capitol Hill 10-cent store. Today, Bev Schmer, granddaughter of Capitol Hill 10-cent store proprietor Bev Berto, stands at the shop site, former QFC grocery property decorated with colorful art depicting milk, produce, a fish, and the words 15th Avenue, all made of early computer floppy disks. Also today at her Bothell farm, Bev Schmer displays a giant sign from her grandmother's store.